Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Your Lie in April, episode 4, courtesy of a Patreon request from James Payne. Kosei and Kaori are very matched well together. I mean, from the very first episode, but it's very obvious that they need each other. And it didn't show any more obvious than that last scene with her crying and begging for him to do it. Because it's just, to me, it felt not out of character, because she's definitely emotional and we could see that in our performance, but more so I just was not expecting her to go. It seems like there's more deep down from her doing that. I feel like we're missing information there because I didn't think she was that. I mean, I know she was desperate for his help and for him specifically to do that, but I just didn't think it was at that level. So that kind of surprised me a little bit, kind of hitting the feels a bit. But anyway, if you guys want to request something yourself, definitely check out the Yandere tier and the Waifu tier on my Patreon. And let's go ahead and start. No, this is how he learned. That will fuck with the kid. That's the same type of noise. Oh God. That's the same type of noise when you're listening to to beats when you need it's perfectly kind of placed. But as a kid being instructed like that, and oh God, I could just imagine if I was shoved into anything that I actually liked in school and I was forced to do it to an extent, I would have ended up hating it 100%. The pressure would have been way too much to me as a kid. I was a stressful kid. There's no way in hell I would have been able to do that. So I completely feel for him. That is not how you teach a kid. And people noticed that and didn't say anything. And he was doing it for his mom. Well, now how are they going to make it in this short amount of time? Can he really learn this music in this short amount of time? I mean, he is insanely smart with it, obviously, but still. 20 minutes? So he's gonna lose blood every episode. Okay, good to know. I don't know why that's funny. Jesus. Stop hurting him. Poor Kosei. Well, I mean, spring always comes. He's got to be stressed all hell. Oh yeah, that has to be frustrating for. That's probably why that other guy quit or left or whatever. Her old accompanist. God damn. God damn it, stop hitting his head. Oh God. You're about to make him have a can you feel his heart? So that's why she did that on purpose? If a girl told me that in school with her head, yes. All you do is, okay, I got it. Yep. That would be the most reassuring thing ever. But you don't want to get off that roller coaster. Those are the best kind. That's what that must be what she gets from music. And you're not alone this time. He's just taking his time. It's got to be comfy. I mean, when was the last time he was doing this regularly? To be fair. Yeah, that's why I said opposites attract, though. But when it comes to performing, he was right. Will be tricky for him. Because he's going to have to keep up. So that is just the thing she says before performing. Everyone's got their thing. Fortunately, he knows it. She pretty much shoved it in his face at this point. All the music was there everywhere. Just don't overthink it. It's a song that he can do. Maybe she purposely chose something like that? Oh, she's thinking about him until now she's going crazy. She was trying to warm him up. Which is hard for any accompanist. Okay. No wonder she can't keep one. But he has the talent and the skill to match it. When she improvises and makes it her own. Oh God. Oh God. That's what makes him. It's his mom. His mom is fucking with him. His mom is like a racing. This is all mental. Holy shit. If you can't see it, do it by heart. He wasn't kidding. It's like he's underwater in the darkness. People go through this type of stuff in real life. This is a great show of mental problems of having things kind of come out like this. It can feel like you're buried or stuck. Or in his case, the notes disappeared, but it's in his head. But she's there with him. She can have that arm to grab you. He's improvising with her at this point. He's improvising because he can't see the notes.
クソ、こんなに叩いてるのになんでだよ。なんで僕のピアノの音だけ聞こえないんだ。
You can hear her playing. Can he go off of her playing? Maybe that's what he needs to do. Oh no. God, gotta feel for him. I feel that feeling in the room. She must have known this could have been a possibility, though. She's gonna still play. God, people are fucking assholes. Why did she stop? Oh, did she stop because she's waiting for him to play? They're definitely not taking good notes. Or maybe she... Oh, God. Maybe she needed him to play as well. Why is she so sweaty? She that nervous? I guess performing like that, you can get sweaty. No zeros. Oh, maybe she's mad and hearing all that stuff too. That can't be good to hear all that. But she's she's waiting for him to play again. They need each other. That's how you know you have a good match. She's waiting for you. If this was like a real life stage, somebody would have probably been throwing something or shit talking super loud. I've seen some crazy stuff on stage. Oh God. Kosei just has to. He's got to get past it for her. She's leaving. He's leaving her out to dry. I know it's hard. He wasn't doing what she was saying to do. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. That was an extremely long pause, though. He has to put himself in to where she's at. Could you memorize it? That's the only way, is memorizing it. Not having to actually see there or see the sheet. So his mom used to be nice? That's what he has to draw out. When she was teaching him actually pleasantly. So something happened to her. Same song they were playing in the restaurant. No wonder that memory drew, because she was singing that as well. He found the inspiration. Sometimes you gotta draw out the good times. He was only thinking of the bad times before. That's what it was. Memories are some bullshit sometimes. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose and find the right ones.
主役を食おうとするんじゃないわよ。
They're like
マジかよ。
competing now.
綺麗だ。とんでもないな。両者めちゃくちゃ。
Yeah,
まるで殴り合い
I don't think he even realizes that he's doing it.
会場が飲み込まれていく。
That's a different way. I don't think she's super happy about it though. Maybe she just wasn't expecting it.
慣れてないのも当然だ。彼は
He's used to being the star, the performer. So being an accompanist, that's hard to bring yourself into.
鼓動のように。君の音が聞こえる。君がいる。
That's like a formula for an amazing performance if you can get it right. That worked out at the end. Now, are they going to grade them well? I don't know, but
もうすぐ4月が終わる。
that was beautiful. I'm glad he was able to get out of that.
厳しくなコンクールで。
Holy hell.
乾いた冷房。埃の匂い。僕は
It's definitely an aggressive performance. But because sometimes if you are competing like that, it's not going to sound good. But they were able to blend it perfectly. What? Oh, fuck. Did she pass out? She must have passed out from exhaustion. Jesus, I knew she was sweaty as all hell. Holy, I was noticing that she was really sweaty in the middle of the performance. And I know he's sweaty too, but it just seemed like maybe it was just the visual in the middle of the performance, but she seemed extra sweaty. So I guess you can get exhausted to that point. I mean, she put everything into that performance. But was that amazing? It's kind of like seeing what we saw there was a person actually fighting, like they were actually fighting the thing that was gnawing at them, their issue. I mean, he obviously has some issues in his head that from childhood, and that can be the hardest to get out of and move forward, like his friend said, to move forward. But it's like she did it perfectly. She made him memorize the music, and by doing that, his downside was he couldn't remember, he couldn't see it. It's not that he couldn't remember it, he still had his memory, but he couldn't see the notes, and everything just kind of fades to black. But if you have it memorized, and you can just and then the other advice was look at me and focus on me, then that makes him not think about that situation, so it draws him back in. And then on top of it, he doesn't have to look at the notes completely either, or the actual thing, so it'll bring him back in, and then he can play perfectly. And that's exactly what happened. But what they commented on was they were kind of like, it was like a competition. They were competing against each other. And that's Kosei is normally, when he was a kid, he was a performer. He was the main person. That's why I said it would be easier on him. At least my initial thought was, okay, there won't be as much pressure because he's the accompanist. But it's not like he's still not a part of the performance. He can mess up the performer, and which is what they were complaining about. But because he's the accompanist, normally they don't play the way he was playing there, and that's why she was thrown off for about half a second there too. And so that made her go harder, and because of that, they both went and put their hearts and souls on it, and that's what made that a beautiful performance. Now, if they just go off the ending, which I hope they do, if they just go off the ending of their performance, then I think they should be able to pass. But if they account the whole thing, it would be stupid if they didn't pass. If they still have an audience thing, the audience definitely will vote on them. But man, I love that they set. I think I'm really liking the show for one, but I also love that they're setting this up. Like the entire episode, I've talked about the pacing. The entire episode was set for the performance and for the stuff he's going through. What I saw with his mom, and I think I want to know more information about this, so I'm not going to deep dive, but it seems like, because we got something from the first episode and we've had like these mini little flashbacks, but seeing his mom be this like really good teacher and nice and sweet when he's younger, and that's the memory he had to dig from, to what she became. Sometimes and you can tell the tubes that she got sick, and she got sick or whatever, that's the reason why she progressively probably started acting like that. Things that happen in life can change people, and for him to be able to get over it, he had to dig up a memory, a good memory of his mom, because that's what I think his mom teaching him, and his mom in general, helps him perform. But it made the memory worse when his mom slowly became like that, and it kind of darkened the way he played. So he had to dig up a memory that would help him fuel being able to get back to how he used to feel about it. And that it was presented so perfectly in this episode. I love how they did it. They did it in the performance. They made it a good 20 minutes, and it showed the entire progression. I don't know. I love that type of thing. I haven't seen something like that animated, where it's like, I've seen so many real life performances, but seeing that and like them having, I don't know, it was very outstanding to me. Definitely, I think it's definitely my favorite episode so far. I loved the performance, and I loved now that you already knew they had great chemistry, but to that extreme, holy hell. But anyway, if you guys would like to request something yourself, definitely check out the Yandere tier or the waifu tier on my Patreon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.